Good morning, guys. How are y'all this morning? I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back to the channel. We are out here today at the clubland and we are setting some traps. See somewhere, where was I looking a minute ago? Right there. See them coyote tracks? That's what we're after. They've been in here pretty hot and heavy. There's tracks all over there, and I've been baiting this place for them with, when I'd kill a deer or something, I'd bring it back here and field dress it to bait this spot to shoot some coyotes, but I hadn't had a chance to do it yet. So we're gonna set some traps. So I've been doing some investigating. There's a little road that comes out in there, and it comes down, and there's tracks that comes right across through here. Well, I had this trap set a while back, and I just tripped it and left it when I wasn't trapping no more, but lo and behold, they've dug my hole up, and that's pretty fresh. There's a track right in the edge of it. So we're gonna reset this trap and see if we can't catch Mr. Coyote that's coming through here. And I know we was in here the other night. I know we heard 5 or 6. So I know there's coyotes in here. I know there's foxes, and I know there's bobcats. Now, we can't keep the foxes. We have to turn them loose because in the county I'm at, there's no season on them. You can't legally take them. So if we catch the foxes, we have to turn them loose. I do not have bobcat tags, so of course I turn them loose as well. But the coyotes are what we're after. That's what we're targeting. I would rather catch the coyotes than any of the rest of it, because that's what I'm after. But I'll set y'all up and let y'all watch me set this trap. Give me just a second. Now, I'm not going to be able to let y'all see my face, so you can see down here what I'm doing at the trap. Get my gloves on, and these are new gloves. They're not used. I did mess up and left my good rubber gloves at home, so I'm having to use just a pair of regular gloves, hoping that it'll be okay this time. Touch the trap just as minimal as possible to set it. And we are using the No BS traps. No BS KO K9 Extreme, and they really work good, y'all. I really like them. I see a lot of people sit there with that hammer and dig out. To each his own, but I can take that drill and break that ground up like that really easy. I don't have to fight it. That's what I'm gonna do. One thing I do also that I do different than what I've seen a lot of people do is right in the middle under the pan, I'll dig me a hole on down for my spring and stuff to set in, so it doesn't come in contact with the bottom of the trap. Then I'll just kind of tap everything in and get it seated. Get them rocks out of there. Get everything ready for the trap. We'll test it and see. Get that chain out of the way. Just like that. That's where we want it. Let's put a little bit of dirt over that chain, just so it ain't riding right on it. I don't want this trap to rock at all. So we want that chain out of the way as much as possible. There we go. Now we're gonna pack around the sides, around the jaws. Get that trap as solid bedded as we can, where it don't budge, where it don't rock, it don't move. Because if that coyote steps on it and it wiggles, he'll feel it before he puts all his weight on it, and he'll dig it up or just walk away from it, one or the other. Now I'm using these little pan covers here. And this is my first time using them. I usually use peat moss, but I could not find none like I like this time. Peat moss, I'm telling you, some of it is just not worth fooling with. And unfortunately I couldn't find the kind that I like, so I'm using my pan covers. Alright, let me walk over here and grab a little fresh dirt screen to cover my trap with. Good lord, this dirt's hard as rock, y'all. It's full of rock too. It's an aggravating thing. Probably have to do this more than once. Do what we got to do to make it work, right? Very important to not get none of these rocks in there. Some of them just clumps of dirt, which we'll crumble up and use. But you don't want no rocks in it. No rocks, no sticks. Stuff like that will make you miss. Because if there's a rock in that jaw when it shuts, you ain't catching that good. If there's a stick in there at the same time as his foot, then he'll be able to pull it out, y'all. Talking from experience, I've had it happen. Alright, got that done. Now, this is how I do this. Instead of using my hand, well, I got to find a good stick. Put a little backbone to it. I like to use a stick. Let's see if I can reach this one. Yeah, this one. Instead of getting my sin in it. And just level everything off. And of course too, I don't have to worry about the trap grabbing me if I'm using a stick. I have had it grab me before. It doesn't hurt y'all at all. So everybody that's on there now screaming about it hurting the coyote, I promise, all it does is holds. I've caught myself in these with just regular old latex gloves on many times, and it's never broke the skin, it's never hurt me, never done nothing wrong. Alright, so there we go. Trap is set, trap is bedded, everything's leveled out. Now we're going to bait it up. And I want to make sure we don't need little sticks right here around it, and we can put that in right there. But even though they've dug in this hole, I'm gonna dig in a little bit more. Just to make it look like something has went in there and restored their little storage lot. Might help if I put my drill on all the way. Let me go grab some sheep, so we'll be right back. Now, I use this sheep's wool in my bait hole just to give something, a little bit of a visual for the coyote. You want to keep him engaged, keep his interest in this hole as long as you can, because the more he steps around and walks around trying to sniff that hole, the more odds of him stepping in your trap. This time I'm going to use Caven's Hiawatha Valley, and then I'm going to put my gland scent. Let's see. I'm going to put Canine Force for my gland scent. Then I might even double it up just to make it seem like there's a little more action here. I'll do some GH2 on there with it as well. Don't want to overdo the scent, but you do want to do enough to get them curious. How many people's over here in my little spot I found? What are they doing? What are they burying? Are they stealing my stuff? You want them invested. So think about if you had a little storage building set up and had some some food or whatever stored in it. My trash in my bucket, don't want to leave it on the ground. And you come home and there's feet print all outside your building. What you gonna do? Woo, this stuff's strong, y'all. You gonna walk out there and see who's been around my building and what have they been doing. Well, that's the same thing we're wanting to accomplish here. You want to push that bait way down in that hole. You want him to think that it's there, and something took it down in that hole, trying to make a home out of that hole. Alright, now we're going to do our gland scent. You want to make sure you don't drip this on your trap. So I'm going to get a little stick like this, and all I'm going to do is just dunk that stick right there in the end of just a little bitty bit. And I'm going to break that off. We're going to lay it right there. And then we're going to do the same thing with the Canine Force. I'm just going to take a stick, barely dunk it in, just a little goes a long ways. I'm just going to set it right up there at the same spot. Now, in this coyote's mind, them two gland scents, there's been two separate creatures come by here and squirted their gland on it, marking territory. A lot of times, if I've got urine, I'll spray some urine on it as well. I've actually got some coyote feces over there. Yes, it's coyote poop, y'all. That I'm going to bring over and put on it. And that helps too. It lets him, it'll make him feel comfortable. Somebody else has already used the bathroom here one time, so it might be safe for me to use the bathroom. You want them as invested as you can get. You want them around that hole, curious and looking and searching and comfortable as possible, so they'll have more chance of stepping in your trap. And no, I didn't touch this mess with my hands. By no way, shape, or form. I would never do that. I've got an old screen pan here that I use for that, and that's what it's in. I'll see it on the dirt roads and take this screen pan and scoop it in it somehow, and then we'll throw it out. Now what I'm going to do, let me flip the camera around so you. So my bait hole's there. The clearest path to right here. So I want invested. I'm going to put this feces back here behind all this stuff right there. And that way he can see it behind the hole. Get over there. There we go. He can see it behind the hole. He can smell it. But all this stuff, they don't like stepping on this stuff, y'all. It hurts their feet. So he's going to come in from this way, and he's going to be trying to get, well, if he's sticking his nose there or there at that hole, he might step in that trap. So this one's set. We're going to get out. Soak till tomorrow, and tomorrow when we come check them, I'll bring y'all along too. Now I've got several more to check. I'll probably pick y'all back up and show y'all one more. Look, there's some fresh feces. But we're going to leave that right there because they're comfortable with this spot. So I'll bring y'all along maybe on one of the next ones as well, let y'all see Look. I don't know what that is. Check this out, y'all. Some sort of tool. I'm assuming from the loggers.
Looks like it's used to scrape the dirt room.
I would say it's a tooth, probably, of some sorts for a bucket or something to that nature. I don't know, or something that goes in a grinder, maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Bleep bloop down in the comments. If y'all know what that is, tell me. We found it out here. Now, they logged this not too long ago, about a year ago. So it's probably something out there from that, but it's pretty cool. I know what I can use it for. Forging stuff. Yep. So, all right, we'll pick y'all back up on the next one. All right, guys, it got hot. I had to come out some clothes and my hat, but yeah, I don't pay no attention to my old messy hair. But I wanted to just show y'all this real quick. I'm not gonna show bedding another trap because that's just repetitive. Daddy, there goes a pile of deer. They was standing there looking at us. But I just want to show y'all this real quick. So this is my own hunting lease, and I trap it every year, but the last couple years this has been a hot spot, and I wanted to show y'all why. So we got this road that comes down through here. It comes out of a turn down there and then goes into a turn right here. Anytime you're sitting on a road like this, set on the inside of the curve just before it. So I've probably caught 5 or 6 yotes off this one spot in the last couple years, and they travel the ditch or either up here on the road. But for whatever reason, I've walked roads and tracked coyotes and paid attention to it, and for whatever reason, when they're walking a road, they stay to the inside. So where this curve goes to the right, they stay in the right hand ditch or the right hand rut in the road. When it turns to the left, they'll swap over and they'll get in the ditch or they'll get in the rut on the left hand side. So anytime you're setting and there's a curve nearby, set that trap on the inside of the curve, and I promise you, your numbers will go up. I'm not saying that if you set on across the road that you won't have 1 or 2 that come across, but I will say this. We had the trap I just showed you sitting there on the right last year. Right down there, just coming out of the curve, we had one on the left. Nothing on that trap. And I think just last year, 3 on this one. So that told me all I needed to know. They prefer this side. So I'm going to set this one, and then this is going to be it for today. I'll pick y'all up in the morning when we come check them. Hopefully we'll have something to show you. And I've got a bunch more traps I'm bringing from home tomorrow. I'm going to end up probably putting 20-25 traps down on this property. And you know, if you're watching me local, if you need some more trapped, holler at me, get up with me. I do trap for people. I am licensed. I have all my licenses and everything to transport, the trap, the whole 9 yards. So if you need any trapping done, holler at me. Till tomorrow, y'all be safe and God bless you. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Got a surprise for y'all this morning. We setting traps, and we scored. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Now I didn't show y'all the other day setting my raccoon traps. They're just little dog proofs. Ain't a whole lot to them. You just click them, lock them, stick them in the ground, put bait in them. There ain't nothing to them. But check this out, y'all. We got one little Ricky raccoon. Oh, he's a mean one. Watch it. Watch it now. Watch it. Yeah, he's pretty. Then we got 2 raccoons. He's done tangled himself up. That's number 2. And we got number 3. What's up, Ricky? Come on, jump at me. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, they bad. These jokers is bad news, but alright, so before y'all even, ladies, men who don't like hunting, whatever, before y'all start, they're too cute, turn them loose. Let me explain. The reason we have to trap the raccoons to get them out of here is because they will overpopulate very quickly. They are they breed a lot like rabbits and stuff. They're a lot. They populate. Let's just put it that way. Not only that, they are detrimental to turkeys. They will, in the springtime when the turkeys lay their eggs, they hunt down the nest and they'll decimate the eggs, and they really do a lot of damage to turkey populations. I encourage everybody out there, all my turkey hunting friends, all my hunting buddies all together, trap these small predators like the raccoons and possums and stuff, because they're nest raiders. They will single-handedly wipe out your turkey population. They will also eat baby turkeys. They can catch, it has to be the right opportunity, but they can catch the baby turkeys as well. So yeah, that's why we have to control them. We have to keep them in check. So before y'all start screaming they're cute, they're cuddly, why you want to bother a raccoon, that's why we have to control the population. And right here on this property here, the population has exploded. Shouldn't catch 3 in one night. I set these traps yesterday and caught 3 over the night. So yeah, there's quite a few in here, and I've got a camera set up watching it. There was more with them. We did not catch them all last night, so that's just to explain that. Same thing with the coyotes we trap and everything. It's population control, y'all. They will get out of hand. The coyotes is already out of hand everywhere. They are attacking people's pets and dogs, cats, and stuff like that. They've got after me personally in the woods. I've had them to surround me a few times. Of course, I had a pew-pew with me, so it didn't faze me. But I've had them get after my beagles, my rabbit dogs, and they will attack and kill people's dogs. So we've got to tighten down on the coyote population because it's out of hand. So just a little brief understanding of where we're coming from and why we do this for y'all. So we're gonna get these guys took care of, and after we get everything said and done, I'll pick y'all back up in a little bit, let y'all see how we set these dog proofs, because it's simple. Anybody can do it. If y'all got a raccoon problem in your backyard, you can buy one of these and set it tonight, and you'll have him tomorrow, and it's simple. If anything, these raccoons are not hurt, so I could set them free. There's nothing wrong with them. It doesn't hurt them. It doesn't break no bones. It doesn't even break the skin. They are very humane. Only raccoons and possums can get in them. Dogs, cats, stuff like that can't get in them, can't bother them. So they're called dog-proof traps. But I'll take a picture of it and put it up, or either show y'all when we go back to set them. But give me a few minutes and I'll show y'all how to set them. Alright guys, so this is the dog-proof trap I was talking about. And what happens is, it's got this spring-loaded thing here, you can see in there. And you pull it back and set it, kind of like that. And there's a pan in there. You just hook it right there. And the raccoon and possum's got thumbs, so they'll stick their hand in there trying to grab your bait out, and they'll hit that pan, and when they do, it flips, that spring kicks out, and it grabs them by the wrist and takes the hand out. Now, it ain't no crazy amount of pressure or nothing like that. It ain't gonna break their hand. It's just enough to hold and keep it from getting away. But all you do is you take it and you choker style, hook it to a tree, pull it out, stove it in the ground, like that. And then bait for raccoons is anything you got at home left over. I've got 4 different kinds of cereal mixed together. I've got some Cheerios, some strawberry something, some marshmallows thrown in there with it, some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, just a mixture of leftover stale cereal from the house. And that's the best bait in the world for a raccoon. And what I'll do is take some of the smaller stuff, drop it down in there like that, fill it about halfway up. That way they got enough to reach in and get. And I'll let some fall around it, and then I'll take some of these white marshmallows and I'll set them right up on top. And it gives them a visual, so when they come around the corner, they smell it, and then they see it, and they come straight to it, and you get them like that. So that's the rundown on my dog proof. Check them out. If you got problems with raccoons, you can go buy one yourself. But we're going to get these traps set back, and we'll holler at you later. Good morning, guys. I hope y'all are having a blessed day today. We are out here again with H Fuel and Adventures. We're on another adventure today. We are checking traps again this morning. It's now been 2 days since we set them, and y'all, we have scored. Now it ain't what we wanted, but hey, it's something. It's interesting. So I'll turn the camera around and let y'all see it. We got a big old bobcat, son. Pretty choker. Pretty cat. These things are very, very mean. But unfortunately, this is not the species we after, and I do not have a bobcat tag, so we're gonna have to set this guy free. But still pretty cool to see that we caught something, that our traps are working. Like I said, ain't what I wanted, but hey, at least I know that stuff's paying attention to my traps now. So hopefully, we still got some more to check today, and hopefully there's a coat on one of them somewhere nearby, and it's something we can actually use. But I'm gonna get this guy set free and check the rest of the traps, and if we catch anything else, I'll check back in with you guys later. If not, God bless you. Good Sunday morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a good morning this morning, went to church and enjoyed yourself and your family and friends and such. We went to church, left church, and we come out here checking traps, and lo and behold, y'all, we scored. We got it yoked. Finally got this little devil. He's been evading me for a little while, but we got him. So I'm gonna pass the phone off to my dad here in a minute, and I'm gonna let y'all see how I get him out and put him in the box and all that stuff. They not mean creatures. And you can see his foot is just fine. It ain't even swole or nothing. And he'll just lay there, and I'll catch him up and put him in the trap. But this is what we're going to put him in to get him to where we're hauling him. And yeah, it's small. But before you go complaining and whining about it, there's a reason that it's small. If you put him in something big, odds are he'll hurt himself. Now this thing, even though it looks small, he fits in it just perfect, and he's perfectly comfortable and happy once he gets in it and settles down. If I can get the latch off of it, we'll be doing good. There we go. So this is what they go in. We're going to take it and set it right here against the side by side. And that's what he's going to go in. And then we're going to use my catch pole to catch him. We're going to take him up the road here, buddy. Just hold it on me, is all you got to do. Come on, little fella. Come here. Settle down. Settle down. Now we got him. And there's a cow yoke, y'all. And you can see he's not fighting, not trying to get away or nothing. I can pat him on top of the head. And then you just go in nose first. He sets right in there. And then this thing here comes all the way out. Just like so. Close it, latch it. Now we have one Wile E. Coyote in the catch box. Guys, that's how that's done. So I'm glad y'all got to see what it was like to catch a coyote. I'm gonna get this trap set back, run the rest of my traps. I still got several to catch, then we're gonna take this guy and put him in the whole pen and go from there. But till the next time, guys, get outside and enjoy life. Do something fun, do something exciting, blood flowing, and go to church. Take your family to church and get closer to Jesus this year. That should be everybody. One thing this trapping thing teaches me is being patient. You got to be patient, because I'm telling you, I was getting frustrated with it the other day. It's been 4 days since we set traps, and I hadn't caught nothing that was of any value. And it's a lot of gas running back and forth, checking every day and catching stuff that, there's no value or whatever. But I had to be patient with it. And the Lord told me, He showed me patience through this and several different times and several different lessons. So whatever you're doing in life, just be patient. Take your time. Enjoy it. Have fun doing it. But be patient and work with it. So till next time, guys. Love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Comment Wiley. If y'all know what Wile E. Coyote was. If any of y'all was old enough to know Wile E. Coyote, comment Wiley in the comments. Any of y'all's old like me used to watch that show. But till next time, guys, be safe. What's up, guys? So I'm add on to the end of this video just a little bit. Y'all all see me catching the coyote earlier and getting him sent off. I wanted to talk just a few minutes about that and a few other things. First off, with the coyote, I wanted to touch base on that because a lot of people don't understand what's going on here. I do not kill the coyotes. The coyotes do not die. The coyotes go to a place where they have these really, really big enclosures. Sometimes these enclosures, y'all, are like 10 miles squared, just of nothing but woods and forest and things of that nature. And they're used to train young dogs and stuff to hunt for coyotes. The coyotes are not harmed in no way. In fact, they usually go down there and they live perfectly happy lives in a protected area. These places give them food, water, shelter, things of that nature. So do not kill the coyotes. I just wanted to clarify that for everybody. There's no harm in the animals in my videos. Having said that, in North Carolina, it is legal to sell to the live market, and because the fur trade, there is no such thing no more. Thanks to organizations like PETA who don't understand what's going on and don't understand about herd management and things of that nature. We're not allowed to do fur trade and things like that. Or you can do it. There's still some furs that you can sell and stuff, but they don't bring much money. So I choose to sell the coyotes into the live market. And the coyotes is really the only animal I'm targeting when I'm trapping. Like I said, I don't currently have a bobcat tag, so y'all didn't see me turn him loose because those things are crazy and I had to concentrate on what I was doing, but I did set him free. Them things that come back on you and think, oh, them's bad little creatures. So yeah, I didn't even attempt to record that while all that was going on. Same thing with foxes in Richmond County. Now I trap in other counties where you can trap and you can keep foxes illegally. They have a season on them. In my county, which is Richmond County, North Carolina, there's no season in foxes, so we set them free as well. Just so y'all aware, we have to do a report with the wildlife every year. We have to turn in and tell them everything we've done, we've caught, and so on and so forth. So just to clarify some things on that, so y'all can see a little insight about that before anybody got upset about me keeping the coyote or putting him in the box. He was in the box maybe 45 minutes. Then he was in a big enclosure and safe and sound. The box, he can actually move around in the box. In fact, he was turning circles and moving around and looking at me and things when I got off camera. We also give them a shot of antibiotics and things of that nature to ensure that they're healthy and make sure there are no diseases and so forth, so on and so forth. But what I wanted to touch on again tonight, one thing I've learned, especially this week with trapping, God's been working on me with patience, y'all. I've struggled with patience for years. Let's face it, guys, we live in a society where we have everything we want right then. Microwave society is what I call it a lot of times. We can go to McDonald's, we sit in line for 5 minutes and we got our food. We can go to Walmart, we can pick up what we want right out with it. If we're here and we want something to eat in the kitchen, we go in and pop it in the microwave. It's done in 2 or 3 minutes. Everything we do is right at the palm of our hands. Our phones, if we're on the internet, we can look it up. We don't have to wait on nothing. Songs, music, sermons, it's all at the tip of our fingers. But God was working with me on some patience and some things. I've got some things going on in life right now that I'm just gonna be transparent with y'all. Things ain't easy right now. Um, yeah, things ain't easy, but we're making it. Thank God. And it ain't nothing going on with no relationship stuff or nothing like that. Everything's peachy keen there. It's just things in my head, stuff I battle with all the time. Um, but God's been dealing with me with how I handle things and how I react in certain situations. So James 1:4 tells us, it says, "But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing." So God wants us to be whole and complete. He wants us to be patient. He wants us to, when we're in these situations, don't be so focused on the end result. Be more focused on God and what He's trying to teach you as walking through it. Patience is one of the hardest Christian values out there to live out. Like I said, we live in a world of fast food, fast internet, instant answers, no matter what. God rarely works instantly, guys. Guys, y'all know that. Instead, He works intentionally. Patience is not just waiting, it's how we act in the wait. It's not making us wait for something, it's seeing how we act while we're having to wait it out. Patience is built in pressure. James tells us earlier in this chapter that trials produce patience. That means patience doesn't grow when life is easy, y'all. It grows when life is uncomfortable, when things ain't going quite our way, when it's not going right for us. He often allows delay because He's doing something in us and not just for us. He's trying to grow us. He's trying to build us. Gold, for an example. I'm sitting here fiddling with a ring, and no, it's not gold. It's tungsten. It's one of them cheap little tungstens, but it's my wedding ring. But anyhow, I digress. Gold, when it's made to be pure, it has to be fired. It has to go through the fire. It has to go through this tremendous heat process to remove the impurities. Same thing with patience. As we go through things, patience removes the impurities. It takes away the bad stuff from us. So while we're praying for answers, God may be shaping our character or strengthening our faith or teaching us something to truly trust Him fully. James 1:3 says, "Know this, that the trying of your faith works for patience." So the trying of our faith, when it's hard, when our faith is being tested, when it's being pushed, that's building our patience. If there's something in your life right now that feels slow or frustrating or unfair, it may just be the very tool that God is using to mature you. I'm not going to say that God necessarily does bad things to us or puts bad things in our past, because a lot of times the bad that we go through is our own doing, our own choices that put us in these situations. But God will use those situations to teach us things and to build our character. And patience helps build character. God wants us to be patient as He was. Look at how patient He was with us. He came in this world, y'all. He took on this fleshly being, Jesus. God came as Jesus down to this sinful earth. Look at what He put up with, y'all. Look how He was crucified. And His last words was, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." He's been so patient with us, so patient with us. So before we get frustrated with others or situations or whatever it may be in your life, we should always remember how patient God's been with us. Because 2 Peter 3:9 says, "The Lord is not slack concerning His promise, but is long suffering towards us." He is patient with us. He cares for us. He wants us to be in a right relationship with Him. He wants us to be there with Him. Patience produces peace. Impatience leads to anger and rash decisions and regret. And that's where I've been numerous of times in my life. I've been impatient with things. I used to have a pretty bad temper. I'm a mechanic. I'd be working on cars or something and break a bolt off, and I'd sling a wrench across the floor or something, stupid. But it seems like that's what felt right in the time. But in the end, it led to regret, because now not only is the bolt broke, but whatever the wrench hit and busted's broke too, and I've got to replace it. So you see how, if I'd have just been patient in the situation and got the correct tool to handle the broken bolt and not lost my temper, then perhaps everything would have been a lot better. Waiting on God teaches us to lean on Him instead of rushing ahead in our own strength and trying to figure things out. We're not supposed to lean on our own understanding. We're not supposed to try to figure everything out on our own. We're supposed to trust God. We're supposed to put our lives in His hands and lean towards that. Even in the hard times when things we don't understand pop up or things don't go our way, we should trust God. We should just say, hey, this ain't going the way I want it, God. You know what's best. Lead me and guide me and direct me in the proper way. Instead of losing our temper and losing our anger, saying or doing things we're going to regret later, we should always wait on the Lord. Like Psalms 27:14 says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and He strengthen your heart. When we wait on God, we don't lose time. We gain strength. That's just what I wanted to go over with y'all. That's what's been on my heart, and that's kind of what this week of trapping's helped me. It's been kind of working my patience a lot because, y'all, in all honesty, in the past when we set these traps out, and by these traps I mean I have set 15, 16 traps this week. And usually when we set these traps out, y'all, the next night we've got animals in the traps. Now, mind you, it's a 15-minute drive from my house to where my traps are currently set. So 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back, pulling a trailer with my side-by-side, gas in the truck, gas in the side-by-side. It's a lot of money I've got invested in this stuff. A lot of time I've got invested in this stuff. And then when I go 1 day and 2 days, 3 days, and 4 days, and 5 days, and I don't catch nothing, and I don't have no money coming back in, then it starts getting a little aggravated to me. What am I doing wrong? Why I'm not catching nothing? And then I'm talking to other people who seem to be catching stuff every day. It started getting under my patience, and you know, I called a good friend of mine just last night and was talking to him, and I was really frustrated with it. And I told him, I said, I'm giving it 2 more days and won't catch nothing. I'm pulling it up, and his words was to me, just be patient. Don't pull them up. Just let them soak. Give them time. Then I get there today, and we had church this morning, so I had to go out to church and check traps, but I did, and I went and checked my traps, and lo and behold, I had a coyote. Whether that was God let me know, hey, just be patient and chill out, or whether it was just because the coyote come by there, I don't know. But I'm believing in the first. I think it's God's way of teaching me, hey, just kind of chill out a little bit, Tony. Take it day by day. Take it step by step, minute by minute. You don't have to be in control all the time, and that's my biggest thing. I don't feel quite right if I'm not in control of every situation, and that's not right. I've got to give that control over to God, and I think that's what He's working on me now. But hey, I hope this helps y'all. One thing I want with this channel is I want y'all to draw closer to God. I want y'all to be, have that personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And if I can help you in any way, I'm here. I love you guys. I thank you for your support. I thank you for every like, every follow, every subscription, every friend that you've mentioned me to, that you've shared my channel, everything. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. We're going to make this thing a success this time, y'all. Like I said, it's quality over quantity this time, and I'm not trying to put a video out every few days like I did last time, and coming out with videos that's just kind of silly and that make no sense. I want to get real good quality. Well, guys, I'm back. The camera died. I'm sorry. So, y'all got all that, all I was saying there. But all I wanted to say to you guys is, stay positive, be patient, and try to find Jesus in everything. Look for little glimpses of Him. Be happy in this life, but serve Jesus. So, till the next time, guys. Hey, I'm going to be working on the next video, like I said, not every day, but I'm going to do the best I can, and we're going to get some quality videos out. So, till the next time, I want all y'all to know I love you and I thank you, and stay safe out there, and enjoy your day. God bless.